God, I almost died.
No.
I almost died. That was so scary. Thank you.
It's okay.
It is a Collingwood win!
G'day guys, Nate here, coming at you very early. It's before 6 a.m. on a Friday morning, recording this round 6 review of Collingwood's 5-point win over Carlton Thursday night at the MCG. Collingwood 13-10-88 to Carlton 12-11-83. The duality of the game, man. Quarter by quarter, inch by inch, minute by minute, second by second, goal by goal. Just, yeah, unbelievable. I'm still riding the high. Barely slept. This video is sponsored by Magnesium. Got me to sleep for just a few hours, but here I am recording this video, hopefully uploaded before 8 a.m. or just on 8 a.m. and then I will be off to work. I just want to get this review out of the way. I did say during the week I was unsure of when I was going to get this review uploaded or recorded or edited or anything like that. Trying to get this done early. It's, yeah, still riding the high, still trying to digest this game. So this review, it won't be as efficient, but bear with me. I do apologise in advance. It was an interesting game, to say the least. 5-point win, the duality of the game. First quarter, I was... we were up by a point at quarter time. We should have been up by a little bit more. Just couldn't convert on the scoreboard. No reward for effort sort of thing. Carlton, they were efficient inside 50. And I'm not sure who said this on the Fox Footy commentary, but they said for Carlton to win this game, they just need to convert and be efficient inside 50, take their chances. And they took their chances in the second and third quarters. Yeah, the second and third quarters, man, I was resignated to the fact that we were going to be 2-4, just stunned to swallow my pride and accept this fate of losing to Carlton the way we were going about this game. 3+ goals for the majority of the second and third quarters. We hung around. We tried to get involved or get back into the game as much as we could, but then Carlton were just keeping us at arm's length. But that was just very ugly. The second and third quarters, I don't want to revisit the second and third quarters. It was unreal. We were very quick to start the game, just quick transition, trying to switch it up very early. And then the second and third quarters, it was just the complete opposite. I don't understand why. Even if we go down in defeats, we had twice as many inside 50s in the second quarter, yet we lost the second quarter. And Carlton started very good in the third quarter. And that was where I was starting to realise, yeah, this could be it. And I think the Collingwood fans were starting to grasp that as well. Not just that, but also Carlton fans. They were up and about. Or, no, the Carlton players were up and about. The fans, they knew, or they were expecting, we know how this ends sort of thing. We get up and about in the third quarter. We have the lead, and then this shit happens. And obviously, it ended up being a bottle job for Carlton. But this one felt different. This was not like the other bottle jobs this year for them. Richmond, they refused to kick straight, or more specifically, Tom Lynch. Melbourne and Cozzy Pickett in the second half. 20+ points up in that final quarter to lose against Melbourne. North Melbourne, Good Friday. And obviously the SCG being up by 20 points early in the third quarter to give away 12 goals in that third quarter. I couldn't see a final quarter comeback being down by 3 goals, but 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, 6 goals, 9 up until three-quarter time, 7 goals, 1 in the final quarter, all thanks to Nick Daicos, who is kind of okay at footy. 100 AFL games, 400 quarters, and I think this was Nick Daicos' best quarter of footy, that final quarter. 13 disposals, 9 contested possessions, 5 score involvements, 4 inside 50 entries, 4 clearances, 2 goal assists, 2 tackles and a goal. 100+ meters gained as well. I don't really like that stat, but I will include that. That goal to start the final quarter set the tone for what the quarter was going to look like. Yeah, involved in everything. Someone needed to step up, and Nick Daicos did just that. Hate him all you want. The glazing from the media, ranking all his games so far. It might need a re-ranking at the moment. If you have to rank every single quarter, that final quarter is just elite. One of the all-time great final quarters, one of the best quarters of footy from a Collingwood player I've ever seen as well. Again, it's not even 8 hours removed from the game as of this recording, but once we officially sit on this and digest it and look back on this at the end of the season and also in the next few years, we're going to be very grateful for this sort of performance. Overall, yes, it's a very good win. Yes, it's nice to beat Carlton. 5 wins in a row now over Carlton. All these close wins over Carlton. Could have been a draw. Josh Daicos is one lucky man, almost ruining the hard work of Nick Daicos. But the Daicos brothers had a much better game compared to the Hollands brothers. But that's all I'm going to say on that. But even as a Collingwood fan recording this video, I do have some sympathy for Taylor Byrne, his fourth AFL game. How was Josh Daicos suckered in by a fourth gamer? The free kick was there. You can talk about diving and retaliation and whatnot, but the free kick was there. You can't be giving away those free kicks with 15 seconds to go in the stoppage like that. I was worried. Carlton are very good at the stoppages. We aren't so good at the stoppages, and we were holding up well against Carlton's midfield and the stoppage work as well. So in my mind at the time, I was thinking, right, we're going to cough this up somehow. It's going to be one last grasp for Carlton. Unexpectedly, a free kick from it, but we win by a few millimeters. So yeah, I'll take the 4 points. It's something to build off momentum. Hopefully, Essendon next week for Anzac Day, and I don't know what Carlton's doing afterwards, but for us, 3 wins, 3 losses. I will take this, given the last 2 losses we've had. So winning is winning. It's not pretty, even though the final quarter was magnificent and the first quarter was all right. The second and third quarters, not so much. Just, yeah, 3 wins, 3 losses. Take the win and let's move on from there. Just with the full-time stats, Collingwood plus 26 in disposals, minus 19 in contested possessions. Now, we did win the contested possession count in the final quarter, plus 1, 38 to 37. But the endeavour, the hunt, the wants, the heart, the everything you want to see from footballers in a going gets tough situation, every Collingwood player displayed it. So, yeah, contested possessions in the final quarter, 38 to 37, plus 1 to Collingwood. Hitouts, plus 8. I mentioned the hitouts here because Carlton had only one recognised ruckman in Mark Pedney. They had Lewis Young as their second ruck. I thought it was going to be Patrick Cripps at the stoppages, so forgive me for that in my team selections video. Yeah, I was a bit interested in how Carlton's going to fare with their second ruck. But Collingwood made Carlton pay there, particularly in that final quarter with Oscar Steen in the ruck in the final quarter. Hitouts to advantage. Unbelievable work. Who says we don't have young kids? 20 hitouts to Darcy Cameron, 15 hitouts to Oscar Steen. Made them pay there. We won the clearances overall, +2. Centre clearances, +2. 5 to 3 in the final quarter. And an even split with the stoppages. I will take that. We matched it with Carlton's midfield. This sort of game, again, the duality of this game, I thought Carlton's midfield could kill us. They didn't. It was Carlton's quick transition game. But I think we allowed Carlton's transition game to get on top of us. Their forward line beat our back line for the first 3 quarters. I will admit that. I thought we'd have them covered, but Harry Mackay, Brodie Kemp, Mitch McGovern had decent games. Ainsworth, a couple of goals. So they were lively. Obviously, there was one player up forward for Carlton who, yeah, that will be the discussion point from this game, but it is what it is. Even split for tackles, +9 in tackles in the final quarter, 25 to 16. Yeah, 25 tackles in the final quarter. Shows the wants, the heart, the desire, everyone getting involved. Inside 50 count, +14. This is where we should have lost this game, really. +14 inside 50, sure, but Carlton were better for efficiency inside 50 for 3 quarters and a bit as well, and also for overall in this game. Minus 13.7 differential, under 45% for Collingwood. We need to improve on that still. Yes, we've won the game, but when we digest it, look at the stats, stuff like this is a good example. And 22% goal efficiency for the game compared to Carlton's 27%. Get the 4 points, move on, and hopefully the areas of improvement we improve on. We've had these sort of performances. The win against St Kilda, the win against GWS. Yeah, we won. We look good in doing so, professional, but some areas of improvement, and then we failed to capitalise on it. So hopefully not the case against Essendon for Anzac Day, or else I will squeal. But I did touch on Nick Daicos, his final quarter efforts, the player stats for this game. I've got Nick Daicos at the bottom on screen, but his overall stats, 39 disposals, just under 80% disposal efficiency. A few wayward kicks inside 50 in the first half, but he made amends in the second half, particularly that final quarter. 9 score involvements, 8 clearances, 8 inside 50 entries, a couple of tackles and a goal. And a few other players mentioned. I was grasping or struggling to rank them, so they're not in particular orders, but my personal opinion, just mentioning certain players. So you might have a few players mentioned, or you might have a player that you thought, oh, that caught your eye and they're not mentioned here. Relax. Like, we will touch on them sort of thing in the comments section, so feel free to leave your comments down below. Lipinski, 27 disposals, 7 inside 50 entries, 6 score involvements, a goal. 7 marks, 5 intercepts as well, for that matter. His final quarter, a man possessed. He's a Bulldog supporter growing up, and he does have the dog in him. He finally showed it. Why can't he cook like this all the time? Harry Perryman involved, 27 disposals, not at 100% disposal efficiency like last week. 6 inside 50 entries, 6 score involvements, and 11 marks. Bo McCreary had an almost game, but there's signs there. He's about to take the next step. 15 disposals, 7 tackles, 6 score involvements, 4 inside 50 entries, a goal, and also 3 clearances. His breakaway speed's there. His pressure around the ground. He's not an A grade midfielder anytime soon. I wouldn't even say he's a B plus midfielder, not even B minus, but he had a B minus sort of performance, I reckon. Hopefully, he takes it to the next step. 20 plus disposals, kind of like Cozzy Pickett. Not as good as Cozzy Pickett, but if he's going to be supposedly in the mix for $1 million at his next contract, he's going to have to perform like it. And I think he saw that and said, right, I want that. And he had a decent performance. So hopefully, Big Bad Bo continues on from these sort of performances. And maybe there's a discussion point about Jordan Ngoe and Bo McCreary in the same midfield, in the same lineup. Who knows? The seeds have been planted, but who knows how that goes from there. The Ruckman, Oscar Steen, 15 hitouts, 5 score involvements, 2 contested marks, 1 in the first quarter, 1 in the final quarter, both leading to goals, set shot goals. And Darcy Cameron, 20 hitouts, 6 score involvements, 2 contested marks himself, 18 disposals, as well as 5 intercepts, 4 clearances. And I've written down 2 contested marks again, but I'll say that again. Steen and Cameron, 2 contested marks each for the game. Angus Anderson, 17 disposals, under 60% disposal efficiency. His final quarter, unbelievable stuff. He stood up much better here compared to the final quarter last week against Freo. 5 tackles, 6 inside 50 entries, and 3 score involvements. Jeremy Howe, I'll mention, maybe the eyes don't show he had a good game, but 22 disposals, 100% disposal efficiency. So he stood up for the entire game from 20 kicks, 2 handballs, 7 rebound 50s, 6 intercepts, and 9 marks. I'm going to throw Dan Houston in here as well. Now, I was on Pies Footy fan cams, and I did talk about Dan Houston and his pressure around the ground, but only 2 tackles, so I apologise for mentioning the tackles there for Dan Houston. But just from what I saw a much better Dan Houston here. 25 disposals, 88% disposal efficiency, 12 marks, 4 score involvements, 3 inside 50 entries, and again, a couple of tackles. Looked much better here. Hopefully, he builds off this and has some consistency for a month of footy. We need him performing well against teams like Hawthorn, Geelong, Sydney, and also against Essendon next week. And Jamie Elliott, 18 disposals, 9 score involvements, 3 goals, all in the second half. He was 1 foot out the door for me. I made that video last week about Jamie Elliott and Dan McStay, and I thought his first half was fucking with me. I thought he was on his way out the door, out of form, out of confidence, but I knew something was there. I knew it. Bloody knew it. So good to see Jamie Elliott in the goals. Dan McStay and Tim Membry, 2 goals each. I'll mention them as well. So it does click. It can work if we just get it together. And they got it together. Tim Membry could have had maybe a third or fourth shot at goal as well, just trying to clunk that contested mark. Dan McStay had to play his role in that final quarter up the ground, and he did so. And Will Hayes, only 6 disposals, but a goal. In that final quarter, everybody stood up. Certain players, yeah, you can say they had a bad game or certain moments where they didn't look so flash, but we're not here to bag them. We won this game. We'll try and celebrate it, digest it, and then as the days go by, we'll realise, okay, we've got work to do. Essendon, let's work on that. But just with the VFL, I'll try and wrap this video up very soon. 4 changes for Collingwood's VFL squad against Carlton. Angus Anderson out, doing his thing at AFL level. Zach McCarthy, Jai Saxena being managed, and Xavier Maher dropped. So the ins from the VFL, Lockie Sullivan played against Brisbane 2 weeks ago. Josh Brown coming in, Harry Marnie coming in, Xavier Laverty coming in as well. 13 AFL listed players, all in green. Smith, McInnes, playing a full game, McInnes. So hopefully McInnes gets through unscathed from a full game, and maybe that warrants selection talks as well. Jacob Ryan in the back pocket, Joel Cochran, Ben DeBolfo, and Tao Jath in the back line. Swadling, Brady Gray, Ty Prindable in the midfield. Half forwards, Charlie West, Jack Buller, Bryn Teakle. That is a decent looking forward line. Noah Howes, Harvey Harrison, Tajwa Woden. Charlie West and Jack Buller. If they can kick goals together in the VFL, maybe that prompts a discussion. McStay, Membry, Fee, West and Buller. Followers, Xavier Laverty. He's a ruck forward, so we've got quite a few, or a bit of a tall forward line here. Xavier Laverty in the ruck, Will Parker, Lockie Sullivan in the midfield, and on the bench, the Marnie brothers, Forkhead, Josh Brown, and Luke Quaynor, brother of Isaac. Yeah, that's at Icon Park Friday night. Carlton will have a decent looking VFL squad. George Hewitt in the midfield, unless he's a carryover emergency, but I haven't seen their squad. But there will be a VFL report up on Saturday. I'm not too sure when, but there will be a VFL report. And I'm not too sure about videos Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday as well. But that's a watch this space. I'm tired already. I have no idea why I'm doing this before 6 a.m., but still riding the high. Adrenaline's still there. But look, that's all for this video. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Your thoughts of this game. Nick Daicos, Carlton, Collingwood. Anything else regarding the game? A few concerns, you name it. Leave your comments down below. Give the video a like, share it, subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Instagram, yada, yada, yada. Do whatever you want. I'll leave you guys all to it. I hope you guys have had a good week. Please be well. Please be safe. And I'll see you guys in the VFL report on Saturday. Up the pies.